Good evening, everyone. We're going to open up the ceremony. Thank you all for attending tonight, the 39th annual hospice tree lighting. I've had the honor for the past 10 years to be a part of such a wonderful event, and I look forward to another 10 years or more. Where Mike's over here. It's my honor tonight to introduce Matt Wallace from Hospice. He's our first speaker for the night.
Thank you, Melissa. My name is Matt Wallen. I'm the Chief Development Officer with Hospice East Bay. I've been with Hospice now for over 10 years now. I can't even believe that either, too. One of the things I love about what I do is the fact that we do these ceremonies. Brings us together in a way that is meaningful, gives us a chance to reflect on our loved ones and really honor their memory and hopefully bring some good thoughts and remembrance to each of you. This year, these ceremonies have a little bit of a different take for me because I have recently lost my good friend and the godmother of my children to liver cancer. And she was on hospice for 4.5 months, which I loved because it gave her a chance to really engage. I still remember her coming to my birthday about a month before she passed, and she had such a positive attitude. She gave me her birthday card that had bumper stickers for old people. And she said, well, I'm not going to need these, but you might. And I said, okay. So, but what I love about Hospice East Bay is the work we do every day. And we've been doing it for almost 50 years now. We will celebrate our 50th anniversary in 2027. We are the only not-for-profit hospice located here in Contra Costa County. The not-for-profit hospices there's not a lot of them around anymore. We used to be the majority, and now most hospices are for-profit hospices. But what we as a not-for-profit hospice are able to do is really add to the services that we believe are critical to help families as they navigate this journey. What I'm especially proud of is, and hopefully some of you know, we have Bruns House in Alamo. Bruns House is a home that has 6 beds, and it allows us to take care of people who cannot be taken care of at home and would have needed to go to the hospital and then probably in all likelihood would have passed in the hospital. And we really feel that it's important to have a place where people can come and family members can be there as they navigate the last part of that journey. And we're very fortunate because the Bruns House is the only inpatient unit in the 9 Bay Area counties. So we're very blessed to have them. Another program that I'm very proud of that we do is our veteran-centered care. We recognized a long time ago that veterans have a different journey because they've had a different journey. I'm not a veteran, so I try not to speak too much to it because I recognize I do not know all those things. But I do know they need services that are just a little different. And it's because we do this fundraising and these Tree of Lights that we're able to offer this kind of service to them. And I'm very, very grateful for that. We now also provide full circle aftercare. One of the things that I kind of dawned on me the other day because I'm helping my friend, and he says, well, how do I turn off her Facebook page? And I was like, I had never really thought about that. And so we provide a service that allows for those 2 or 3 weeks after the passing of your loved one to have a chance to understand what is it that you need to do, all the different things that make it so challenging for those 2 or 3 weeks. We provide a service to really navigate that. Really important. And finally, we have our bereavement services, and we will have one of our bereavement counselors come up here and speak a little bit. Bereavement services is something I also strongly believe in. We have a robust program where we serve anywhere from 2,500 to 3,000 people every year with this program. You do not have to be on service for us to receive this. And if you're at all interested, we'll be more than happy to kind of share and talk to you about how we do this. I do want to say in 2025, this year has been a year that we have served over 1,100 people, really 61 right here in the Blackhawk community. So very important. I'm just very grateful for all of you to being here. I just want to thank Melissa and her team here at Blackhawk Homeowners Association. They do a wonderful job for us. Also, we have our National Charity League volunteers who come and volunteer for us. And we're just very, very grateful for their participation and their support. I now want to, is it Rebecca next? Yes, you are. Rebecca Steinway, who is our bereavement counselor.
Hello and welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to give you some information about our bereavement services here. We have on our website, we've got a wonderful video done by my boss, Joe LaMello, called Coping with the Holidays. We also have some more grief information on our website. We have a hiking through grief program once a month. It's on our website. People hike at various locations throughout the Bay Area. We also have our groups. We do every quarter a spouse and partner loss group. We do one in person and one on Zoom, and those run for 8 weeks. We also have a parent loss group every quarter that's on Zoom that runs for 8 weeks. We have one-on-one counseling for a limited time if you need additional support. We've also got a general loss group where it's first and third Tuesdays of the month. You can just get a link and drop in. This is for all types of loss, and you don't have to commit to an 8-week group. You just get the link and join when you are in the mood. We've got a mindfulness, meditation, and meaning group. Now we're running that every quarter, and that's on Zoom for 8 weeks. And on occasion, we have a next step group, which is for people the year after they've been bereaved for a year. That's to help with moving forward. So I'm going to stick around after the tree's been lit and answer any questions that you might have. Thank you. Melissa's up next.
Thank you, Rebecca. At this time, I'm going to read a poem. It's called We Remember Them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of the winter, we remember them. In the opening of the buds and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of the autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. For as long as we live, they too shall live. We remember them. At this time, Pat is going to play. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. My name is Naz Hayek, and I'll be reading the names. I have practiced the names, but please remember them as you have heard them. Elaine Alexander. Robert Alexander. James Valentine. Ray Valentine. David Botelier. Ralph Enrique Carlson. Louis A. Costello. Kenny Dietrich. Arlene Skippy Epstein. Mark Goldberg. Ednit Jensen. Judy Kiersey. Janet and Eric Leach. Harriet and Charles Moreland. Trista Percy. David Edward Ross. Jacqueline Rush. Judy Smith. Myra and Tom Stump. Ron Trethen. Aaron Wolf. And these are the names. Go ahead.
Thank you, Pam. And now I present the Blackhawk Tree of Lights.